This walking animation is made 100% in After Effects, and this technique is used by YouTubers like SunnyV2 and MagnatesMedia. And in this video, I poured everything to break this down and teach it to you in this short video. I'll break down how to prepare all the assets in Photoshop. Then I'll show you step by step how to create the walking animation. Finally, I'll show you how to animate the walking cycle from left to right. I'd greatly appreciate if you smack the like button, subscribe, watch till the end of the video, and also learn something. All the project files and assets are linked in the description below, so you can follow along too. Now let's get into it. Let's kick things off by getting our image ready to work with. Start by downloading the image from the link in the description. Once it's on your computer, simply drag and drop it into Photoshop. Now that the image is in, let's clean it up a little. We'll use the select and mask to isolate just the body and the briefcase, removing the background entirely. This sets the stage for a clean animation later. Now we will use AI to remove the briefcase. Make the bottom layer visible and disable the top layer. Grab the rectangle marquee tool and draw a nice wide selection around the briefcase. Then hit generative fill with no prompt. Photoshop will generate some options. Choose the one where the briefcase is gone, leaving just the arm. Once you're happy, merge this generated layer with the one below. Now let's take things a step further and get rid of that arm entirely. Head over to the toolbar, right-click on the plaster icon and choose the Remove tool. Carefully make a selection around the arm, leaving a small gap between the edges. You might need to do this a few times until the generation looks clean and nice. Once this looks good, hide this layer by clicking the eye icon. Now mask the arm and briefcase separately. Go back to the top layer, apply the layer mask, then select the mask again. This time we're isolating both the arm and the briefcase. Export that as a new layer with the layer mask. Click on the mask thumbnail and use the brush tool to clean up the edges. Set your colors to black and white and toggle between them using X. Remember, white reveals, black conceals. So white will bring things into the mask and black will remove things out of the mask. Once that looks polished, apply the layer mask. Then duplicate the layer. This gives us a clean, editable base for the next part. With everything set up, it's time to split the arm and briefcase into separate pieces. Use the select and mask to isolate just the arm, and then do it again to isolate the briefcase, excluding the hand this time. Now let's fix the briefcase handle. Use the pen tool to draw a selection where the handle would be. Then hit generative fill. Pick the best version and merge the new layer down. Be sure to name all your layers clearly, so you can stay organized for the animation later on. Let's keep the momentum going and prep the rest of the body. Hide the arm and briefcase layers, then delete the old combined one. Use select and mask on the body layer to cut out the entire body. Then apply that layer mask, then mask out the torso. Slice it roughly at the hips. Now repeat the process for the legs and go one step further. Use the select and mask tool to split the front leg and the back leg into separated layer masks. Go ahead and slightly scale up the back leg so you can no longer see that it's cut off. Once everything is separated, save it, name it, and let's jump into After Effects. Create a composition at 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS and 10 seconds duration. Import your PSD file and make sure that you select editable layer styles. Once it's in, dive into the pre-comp and copy everything into your main composition. Resize it and center the character on screen to keep things tidy. Now let's add a little dimension. Select the top layer and go to Layer, then Layer Styles and Inner Shadow. Then copy and paste this onto the other layers. This gives your flat layers a more 3D look and helps separate them visually. Before we animate, we need to set up our pivot points. Use the anchor point mover tool to place anchor points where joints would naturally be. So the arm would have the anchor point near the shoulder, the torso and the legs would have them at the hips, and the briefcase at the handle. This makes all your future rotations feel smooth and human. Now that the anchor points are in place, let's connect things. Use the parent and link pick whip tool to link the briefcase to the arm. This way, when the arm swings, the briefcase will follow along, just like it would in real life. Now let's get the character moving. Start by keyframing the rotation of the arm. +10 at the start, -10 at 40 frames, and +10 at 1 second 20 frames. Select all the keyframes, press F9 for easy ease, then Alt+click the rotation stopwatch, and enter the expression loop out brackets. This creates a nice continuous swinging motion. Next up is the torso. We want it to gently rock as the character walks. Keyframe the rotation. +3 at the start, -3 at 40 frames, and +3 at 1 second 20 frames. Add easy ease again and use loop out just like before. If any part of the torso looks chopped off, feel free to scale it up a little. Now it's time to dive into the legs. On each leg layer, use the puppet tool to add 3 pins. One at the hip, one at the knee, and one at the heel. Be sure to name them clearly so you don't lose track. Now we will animate the legs. Let's start with the right one. Select the layer and hit U on the keyboard to bring up the keyframes. At 40 frames, drag the leg backward into an extended position. At 120, copy the starting keyframes. Now adjust the timing. Move the knee keyframe ahead by 1 frame and move the foot keyframe ahead by 5. This stagger creates a more lifelike walking motion. Now onto the left leg. At 40 frames, move the leg forward into a slightly bent shape. At 120, copy the starting keyframes. Again, stagger the midpoints. Foot at +5 frames and knee at +1. To make the walk cycle more convincing, let's lift those feet off the ground. Start with the right leg. Keyframe position at the start, at 40 frames and at 120. At 1 second, raise the foot by 50 pixels. Easy ease the keyframes and tweak them in the graph editor into a sharp curve. Offset them slightly to the left. Now copy and paste those keyframes onto the left leg layer, but instead put it at the beginning, and then repeat the beginning keyframe at the end. To keep everything in motion, right-click on every keyframe stopwatch, puppet pins, position, rotation, and type in loop out brackets. This makes your animations repeat seamlessly. Now if you're sticking with a black background, now is a great time to enhance the illusion of depth. Add a drop shadow to both the front leg and torso layers. It will help make them stand out and give a better sense of front versus back. Now right now your character is walking in place, which is great if you want to give the illusion that the camera is tracking them. But if you want to make the character actually move from left to right, create a null object, parent all layers except the briefcase layer to the null, keyframe the null's position so the character moves left to right across the screen. Space your keyframes out so the walk feels natural and not too fast. And boom, you've created a MagnatesMedia level edit. And if you want to develop your documentary editing skills even more, then I have the perfect course for you. I'm creating an in-depth course teaching you how to become a top-tier documentary video editor. The link to the waitlist is in the description below, so you can be one of the first people to find out when it drops. Now, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.